So, imagine this. It's April 26th, 2026. We go to Independence,
Kansas.
Kansas, not Independence, Missouri.
This is the same place that we ended up in because God said, drove in the direction that you plan to go until I say stop.
Yep.
A couple weeks before. And now we're back.
But this time we're back until June 29th of 2026.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't know that at the time. We didn't know how long we were supposed to be there. But God said go, and so we went.
Mm-hmm. And so we got picked up.
Yep.
And we went.
Yep. There were a few themes during this time.
Just in case you missed the last video, what were we going to is our friend's mission, Judy and Angela's mission, God-given mission. God sent them to Independence years before, telling them that he was going to send people to them that they were meant to house, feed, and provide covering. A place of, I don't remember exactly what they called it, but it's to be a place of rest somewhat until it was time for these people to go out again. And so that was what God orchestrated. You can learn more about it in the other videos. And so that on April 26th, they came for us in Tulsa, and we headed to Independence with them. And now here are some of the themes and the things that came up for us during that time.
And this was a time of rest.
It was a hard time of rest
got
for me.
Plenty of things done, but we had been praying that, God, we don't want to be on the road like this every 3 days. This was hard. The Grand Canyon trip was hard. Moving house with 3 suitcases apiece, or 2 suitcases and a backpack and a Aldi bag.
Hey,
that's
Aldi advertisement.
that's hard every 3 days or so. And it takes a tremendous toll on my psyche to think about the logistics all the time like that. Get us from this place to the next place to the next place. Do we need to shop in between? Does Walmart deliver where that next place is? Things like that. And so, very grateful for a place to stay for a bit longer. That was a much needed break from the journeys. And so we got there and we saw the big blue house.
Amazing. That vision
And
house.
got very excited about their vision for housing a bunch of people there. And it's a long way from ready, but it's very exciting, and you can see what it's going to be, the banquet hall and all that. What? So you can see what it's going to be. We stayed in a church member's camper that's on the property. Thank you, Brendan. Hey, Brendan. And it was a huge blessing for us. God showed us a lot about our own capabilities. I think that was more my thing. You was rest, and me was capability, and starting to heal some things in me around not feeling capable. There's a lot that he taught. We had a lot of good talks with Jody and Angela, and Laban and Todd and
Sheila,
Mark Stewart and Judy Stewart and Sheila and
It was a
Sean
time for
Sollenberger.
community too. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, we
needed that so much.
We've been out and about on the road since October last year. In October last year, and there has been so many times when it has felt so lonely.
Yeah.
And
Even in Jamaica, there was a lot of loneliness in Jamaica, because while she has a network and good friends, good Christian friends and fellow disciples down there, Everybody was at least 45 minutes away.
Yeah, and so we have missed our friends in Asheville and North Carolina greatly.
And Jamaica.
And it was so renewing for us to be in community like that, because we haven't been in community like that in eons.
Yeah, we were needing that.
You talked about rest, and this was where, because so Jody kept saying to us, rest. Like, he feels that the Lord is telling us this is a season to rest. And I know personally I got a word from the Lord constantly, like, be still, be still.
Yeah.
But it was so hard for me because I am looking at God. We have these credit card debts. We don't know when we're supposed to leave here, and I want to be ready. I mean, I want to have it all together. This is now the time when we should be working, putting all the ducks in a row.
Yeah.
I even told God multiple times, like, God, this is time for me to be cleaning up the mess that you made. You made, right? And so it was.
Say that clearly.
This is time for me to be cleaning up the mess that you made. And I felt guilty about sitting still or even trying to rest when there was all of this mess to be cleaned up. Like, who is going to clean up if I don't, right? And I mean, God used that time to heal me of that, to think like, Shania, why are you thinking that this is a mess? Like, I ordered your step and brought you here, right? And if I have brought you here, this is stuff that I will take care of. So if I am telling you to rest, if I'm telling you to be still, it is your duty as my daughter to stand in obedience with that. And the funny thing is, when I finally was able to sit and be still with it, he renewed vision around things that he has been talking to me about since 2016. He renewed vision and showed me how the work that he has had me doing since 2025 is connected to stuff that he has, my non-profit mission that he's been telling me about since 2016. He renewed vision and showed me how everything connected together, right? And it was so heartwarming and needed, because I had kept saying to him, God, I don't know how all of these pieces that you've been telling me about and that you've been telling me to do, how they're connected, right? And it was in that season of stillness, of finally just sitting and going for walks when he tells me to go for walks, that he was able to talk to me about those things. And I needed that. I needed that.
Yeah. For me, capability was a thing for sure. But also just slogging sort of jobs. In an RV, we were not hooked up to a sewer system or a septic system. We had the black water tanks and the gray water tanks. And trust me, that's way less fun than it sounds. Way less fun. So lugging back and forth a 245-gallon tank of black water to the septic system and dealing with all of that, I was just in awe of Jody. I mean, getting his hands dirty. I mean, Jesus washed the disciples' feet, but when he said, "And greater things than these will you do," I did not think that I would see Jody dealing with black water from this camper. And I helped, and I did it as well. But it was interesting for me with that, just as gross and back-breaking as that is, lugging the concrete around, lugging the water around and everything. It got done, and then it was over, and it was a miserable, hot, sweaty, filthy job in any way you want to measure it. But then it was over. Mm-hmm. And it kind of gave me strength for a couple of other things that I had been unconsciously avoiding, and showed me a different side of challenge, which is one of the 6 words that God has given me.
Yeah, and I mean, even on top of that, you're talking about that, and one of the things that God really uses season to stress your capabilities because you got Jeremy got off Adderall. You've been off
Right.
Adderall since April 2026.
Since the day we went to Independence.
Since the day we went to, and if you don't
Yeah.
know what Adderall is, what is Adderall, baby?
It's a stimulant for ADHD.
Right.
So I've been unmedicated since the day we got to Independence. I'd forgotten all about that.
And God
Thank you.
has been stretching, like showing you that you do not need it to function.
Yeah, it's a lot of, I mean, it was vision renewal for her. It was not for me. It was stretching and can I do this for me? It was, I don't know how to operate my brain unmedicated. Was kind of how it felt. And learning where are the levers in this brain and how do I pull those levers and how much do I pull them and when and all that kind of stuff. That's really what he's taking me through even now. And it is hard.
But
like
it's
I'm emotional talking about it. I forgot about it, but it's emotional how difficult it is. 'Cause that was probably 20% of my capability was due to Adderall for a long time since I think I was 27 years old was when I got a diagnosis and went on Adderall. No, it can't be that early. 31, something like that.
Something
I don't
like
know.
that.
It's been a long time. It's been 17 years, whatever that number was. So
that's more
this
than
is
half my life.
Yeah, this is a big new chapter, and
And God provided a safe space for you to
where I
do
didn't
that.
have to be super high functioning.
Yeah, and so it's learning to.
It's relearning the basics. Yeah.
And I think one of the other things that was really good, we preached.
What was
we did
really
our-
good was the barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jody knows how to cook.
Yes.
I tell you.
To bake and to barbecue.
To bake and to barbecue. He
And
does
so
that.
we got a lot of barbecue while we were there due to the fundraisers that were happening at the time and the tiny amounts of help that we gave. We got lots of plates of barbecue.
Yeah, and one of the things that was really emotional for me was a refresh in what relationship with God can look like.
Yeah. So gentle and so unconditionally loving.
And what Father,
Yeah.
what his role as Father is, what his role as King is. It was giving me a fresh view of what is possible around relationship with God, and I'm excited.
Not non-performative relationship with God.
Yeah,
Obedience as an expression of love, obedience as love, but not obedience as performance or to prove anything.
Yeah, and it makes me think about as well like being with Jody and Angela for that length of time. One of the things that came up for me was you and I have always wanted our home to be a place of rest for others.
Yeah. They helped us see vision for that.
We got vision for that. Like, what would it look like to be a place of rest for people for like a year if God sent them to us?
Yeah.
And all of that. And so it was, man, independence was liberating in so many ways.
Yeah.
And so that's in a nutshell or or stay was like in independence for two
whole months.
2 whole months.
We love you,
Right.
Independence, and the church ahead, and Jody and Angela.
We love you and we're thankful for you, and we were incredibly blessed by you.
Yeah.
So we'll pick up in the next video
We will.
about leaving independence. Love you all.
Love you.